Ram. Welcome to Bharat Marg. Welcome Vinay ji. Thank you for joining us at Bharat Marg. Appreciate it. Friends, today we are going to talk about Justin Trudeau, Harsh Dhalla, and Lawrence Bisnoi. Okay. Uh, why did the Canadian Prime Minister got him arrested, Harsh Dhalla, in Canada, and he refuses to send him to India. Okay, one of the thing we want to ask Vinayji is, Vinayji, the news what we are hearing is already the supari was given by the Lawrence Bishnoi to say bye bye to him. So the Canadian government wanted to protect him. They felt it is safe for him to be inside the jail than outside the jail. Okay, that's a question for you, sir. But before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can. And also, friends, we are into many services like Sanskrit teaching, Vedic mathematics teaching, our marriage alliances providing, etc. More and more, and many of our services are absolutely free. You can contact us by WhatsApp, and we take dan but no charge. That's what we work on. Okay, but anyway, friends, if you like what we are doing, you can contact us by WhatsApp and also subscribe to our one dharmic message every day, and you can donate us also from bharatmar.com or using the WhatsApp number, and also you can share the video. Okay, Vinayji, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Ji.
Okay, yeah. So this is the news what we are hearing, Vinayji. What do you say?
Well, it's an
Is he being? Yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting piece of news that has come out. So I'm surprised that the Canadian media house called CTV News, which is extremely
Uh-huh.
biased, has
Uh-huh.
published this article written by a senior correspondent of CTV National News called, by the name.
And they also get Canadian government funding,
Yeah.
like many other media.
Liberal Party.
Yeah.
Actually, you got to say Liberal Party funding. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Whoever
they're
is ruling.
pro-liberal. So this is
Yes.
a guy by name Adrian Gobriel. Not sure what his background is, but he's written this article. One of India's most wanted terrorists, has been arrested and charged in connection with a recent alleged shooting in Ontario. So Arshdeep Singh Galla, sometimes I say it as Dahi Balla. Anyways, he is known on the streets of India by the alias Arsh Dhalla, a name that in recent years has become synonymous with violence in India. Okay, so what happened in case of Arsh Dhalla was he has been living in Canada for several years. Okay, and he was also apparently, and this is all coming from a CTV media publication, that he's also a known associate of Harshdeep Singh Nijjar, a Sikh separatist activist who was involved with the Khalistan movement, which calls for an independent Sikh state. It's a dead movement which is only active in countries like Canada and some parts of the United States and stuff. It's completely dead in India. So I don't even know why they keep saying that. But anyways, these guys are terrorists. So the Trudeau government believes that Nijjar was murdered in British Columbia by agents of the Indian government.
At
And
least they claim.
what happened was in Milton, Ontario, it's a town just outside of Toronto. Uh, uh, Two men were involved in shooting. Okay,
Mhm.
and they've been charged with discharging firearm with intent. And one of them had been shot, and the press release neglected to share the names of those charged. It's always the case. They never, media houses in Ontario, I mean in Canada, for some reason are afraid to name the names of people involved in a crime. It only comes out many weeks, many days, or many months, or many years later. And sometimes it doesn't even, because they're trying to protect somebody here, I think. So, anyways, they neglected to release the names of those charged. And CTV news investigation, and again, I'm very surprised about this, has uncovered that Dhalla was in fact one of the two people charged. Okay. So in January of 2023, the Indian government put out a public notification announcing that Dhalla had been added to India's list of terrorists, and Dhalla is accused of murder, ordering killings in India while in Canada. And these people operate huge gangs, and they have gang members. They don't have to be personally involved in any of these crimes. They have gangs that are spread far and wide, and all they need to do is just give the orders, send the money, and just put a hit on somebody, and that will be executed by their gang members, no matter what, no questions asked. So this is the thing that people are doing, and most of these people are finding haven in Canada, because Canada encourages and gives asylum to these kind of criminals, and they have the free will to operate these these gangs, and they can do whatever. So they're not charged, they're not and that's why I'm kind of surprised that Ashdallah was arrested. So there must be a reason for this, and that's what I'm not I'm a little skeptical about it. But again, I just
And
want
see here, Vinayji,
yeah.
there are other piece to this thing. MEA demands extradition of Khalistani terrorist Harshadallah, and Canada doesn't honor it. Okay, but as soon as the extradition request comes, he gets arrested, because the news is the Supari has been already given by Lawrence Bisnoi to say bye bye to him, you know, and the police know that. So Canadian police wanted to safeguard him, so they felt it he was safe inside the jail than outside the jail.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of going, because I'm not sure if why this double standards happen in Canada. And a pretty prominent media person of Indian origin in Canada, Ritesh Lucky, is a well-connected independent journalist in India, and in India actually. Says Dhalla is a very prominent player, and as far as organized crime in the north state of Punjab is concerned. Okay, and so basically, he's apparently claimed responsibility for multiple murders, including a targeted hit on a local politician in Punjab. All right. And Lucky said that during previous conversations with Dhalla, he even admitted his role in some of the murders, telling CTV News that Dhalla would simply call me up. And I did a few interviews with him. That this is the statement from Lucky. And he would tell me why he killed this person. We've been watching his activities for the last 3.5 years. Okay. And in some cases in India, certain gangsters who've been designated as terrorists, are on the most wanted terrorist list, and Ashdallah has been added to this particular list in India. So basically, this is the background of Ashdallah. And it's also unclear if the Canadian government ever acted on India's alleged request, because it's like you said, an extradition request was also made. It looks like, and it appears, we don't have official confirmation that it was made.
No, there is official confirmation from MEA.
Okay, and we don't know whether it was accepted or rejected by.
No, they ignored it.
Okay. So
Canada ignored it.
What one of the former CSIS terrorism analysts, CSIS is a Canadian Security and Intelligence Services, Phil Gursky, says, because Dhalla has been arrested and charged following a shooting in Canada, it doesn't appear that the Canadian government acted on India's alleged request to arrest Dhalla. If Canada doesn't take action that India feels is necessary, there are people in India who would say, we have no choice. Canada has ignored our request. This is a dangerous individual. We have to take care of him ourselves. Like, this is a whole new narrative that's happening in Canada. CSIS, RCMP, the police, the people, Khalistanis, the politicians, Jagmeet Singh, Trudeau, Melanie Jolie, all these people are going on this on this bandwagon of this narrative that saying that India has got agents across the globe, raw agents. It's like in the movies. I think they've been watching too much of Bollywood, I guess. And apparently they send these agents to kill or eliminate people that are wanted in India as terrorists or gangsters, or Indian government just doesn't like. So that's basically the narrative that's going around, and the media houses in Canada have jumped on the bandwagon too.
Because otherwise they don't get the free money from the government.
Exactly, and so this is what's going on. Now, coming to your point, why was Dhalla arrested? So, based on all this background, I think you're right about the fact that because he was associated with Niger, and because he's also wanted by India, Canadian government is trying to protect him by arresting him, because rather than giving him security at a place, at a house, or putting him under house arrest or something like that, why not just bring him into the jail and then give him VIP treatment in the jail and just keep him there? And so that, obviously, people will have a huge fear of attacking a police station or a jail and eliminating him, right? And what do I mean by elimination? Niger had a huge network of gangsters himself, and because he was involved in illegal activities, drugs, guns, AK-47s, and so on and so forth, he had a lot of adversaries. And one of them apparently was a guy by name Ripudaman Singh. Ripudaman Singh was an accused in the Air India bombing. And Ripudaman Singh was killed a couple of years ago. And he was assassinated by, alleged gang. And then following that, they thought, Ripudaman Singh's people thought that this was executed by Niger. And so there was a targeted killing of Niger by the Ripudaman Singh gang members. So that's how it's all going on. So basically, if anybody were to kill Arsh Dhalla, it would be one of Ripudaman Singh's gang members, I would assume. But again, I don't know. I can't say it for a fact. But this is why Canadian police was...
Absolutely. Vinayji, there are a couple of theories that is doing rounds. Okay. Why Harsh Dhalla was after this many years all of a sudden arrested? Okay, that too, why Jagmeet Singh is not opposing that. Okay, is one because of Lawrence Bisnoi already gave him supari to say goodbye to him, so they were afraid that he can be eliminated any time, so they wanted to protect him by keeping in the jail. And second theory that goes in is Canada wanted to send signal to Trump that they are being strict on criminals, no more leniency, because they wanted to be in his good book.
Mhm.
Which one you buy?
Well, I can't say for a fact, but the fact that a person of this stature, Ursula, he's just 28 years old, and he was wanted by the Indian government, and there is that protectionist attitude of gangsters by the Canadian government, by the Liberal Party, led by Justin Trudeau and Mr. Jagmeet Singh. So these people are giving all kinds of protection to these kind of Khalistani affiliated gangsters who are of Sikh origin or whatever, right? So that is the Canadian government, the Liberal Party, Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh. They all look at them in a very how should I say it, in a very sympathetic way. So, and as a result, these guys get a lot of protection and stuff like that. So, whether it is because of Trump coming to power, or whether it's because Indian government is after this guy, I don't know about it. But they know for a fact that Arsh Dalla's life is in danger, and this is the best way to protect him.
And see, Vinay, I have a question. I want you to compare two things. Okay, the Canadian police officer who hid himself into the crowd and who hit the devotees in the Hindu temple, who attacked the devotees in the Hindu temple. Okay,
Mhm.
means innocent devotees were with no weapons or anything like that. They were attacked by the Canadian police guys who were
Yeah.
hiding inside the crowd. Okay, and he was given a clean chit by the Canadian government or Canadian police. Canadian police is nothing but, they do the thing what the government want them to do. They become like almost like a mouthpiece for them. So now, having said that, this guy was let go with a clean chit where there is a video proof, and Harshdalla was put inside the jail. Now, having this in light, how do you see why Harsdalla's arrest happened
Um,
versus the police who was let go also?
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know the facts about that particular case because I haven't followed up on that. I know that one police officer working for the regional Peel police was arrested because he was part of the Khalistani gang that attacked.
And there was a clear video proof.
Right, and it was a very clear proof that he was waving the Canadian flags, and even he had the flags. They were on a stick, and these guys were using those sticks as weapons as well to hit the some of the Hindus gathered around in the Hindu Sabha Mandir and
They attacked them inside the temple premises.
inside the temple exactly. And their during the press conference, they basically, they meaning the Khalistanis, said, "Oh, we were not attacking Hindus. Hindus are our brothers. We were only attacking the Indian diplomats." But that is absolutely BS. That is absolutely false narrative, because we saw people running for their lives, priests included, and many of the devotees, they were just running for their lives because these guys were wielding and they also carry swords, right? So they were wielding swords, they were carrying sticks, and they were beating them up,
And more than them, the Canadian police was involved.
and the
So
police
they had their own lethal weapons.
one of the police officers was involved in Mufti. He was not on duty cop, but he was an off duty cop.
And there were police who were in uniform also were
And
involved.
uniformed police were biased, because I saw one of the Hindus members, just took hold of it. Everybody's angry, right? At the end of the day, you got to understand that no matter how patient you are, no matter how fearful you are for your life, you are also showing some anger. So one of the Hindu devotees took a Khalistani flag and stomped it on the ground, and then one of the police officers came and told him that, "I can arrest you because you're doing this." And the guy said, "These guys are hitting us, and you're not doing anything. Just because I'm stomping a flag, you're arresting me, you're threatening to arrest me. How fair is that?" And the officer said, "Sir, you cannot argue with me. Just give the flag back to me." And I can hear these discussions and arguments, right? And the guy eventually had no choice but to give the flag back to the officer, and the guy walked away. And we see that this is a very biased way of protecting people. What is the fundamental duty of a police officer? The fundamental duty of a police officer is to protect the public, irrespective of the race.
Come on, Vinayji, you are joking. Canadian police entered these guys were hiding inside the mob, and they were hitting them inside the temple premises of the worshipping devotees.
No, I
Okay.
understand, but when they take
Yeah, but
when they
what
take
are you
the oath of
talking about
office,
protecting? These guys were acting as gundas.
when they take the oath of office as a police officer, that is the fundamental
Ah.
duty of the police officer. But when they're following that duty, I don't think so.
So, Canadian Prime Minister also takes the oath, but he lies from the Parliament. Okay, Canadian Prime Minister also takes the oath, but he says nothing about it. Opposition leader spoke not a word about the whole attack. Okay, all these guys were quiet because they were just poor Hindus. They don't care if the people are coming, terrorists are coming inside the temple premises and hitting. So now Harshdalla, coming back to Harshdalla, why all of a sudden arresting him? when they are openly supporting these guys and letting them out. Okay, the reason I brought the police matter is the police is outside now, but Harshdalla is inside. Do you think they are really afraid of Lawrence Bishnoi? What do you think? Or any other angle you see here? Or Trump?
Well, the thing is, the gang wars are quite a bit, and even Lawrence Bishnoi, who is actually a gangster in India, and who is behind bars, he also operates out of the jail. Okay, and he's got gang members in Canada, U.S., Europe, and wherever, right? And Lawrence Bishnoi gang is pretty strong, powerful, and very influential as well, because they have connections with politicians not only in India but also in Canada. Okay, and I'm not sure who he is connected with, but he does have connections in Canadian political circles. And Lawrence Bishnoi has been extremely vocal about some of these terrorists and some of these gangsters hiding in Canada. And there are rumors that not just Ripudaman Singh, it could be Lawrence Bishnoi's gang that actually killed Niger. But we don't know the facts yet, because the Canadian government and RCMP is on a totally different angle of blaming Indian government for the killing of Niger. So now the truth may never come out who actually killed Niger. All right. So now with the same thing with the Dhalla. Now this Dhalla guy, apparently he was involved in a shooting in Milton, and that's how he got arrested along with one of his associates by name Gurjant Singh. And they're both being held in custody at the Maplehurst Correctional Complex in Milton. All right. Now, whether it was genuinely he was genuinely arrested because of this shooting incident, whether he is being protected by the Canadian government because there's Lawrence Bishnoi gang that's after him, there's a bunch of others who are after him, and even allegedly the Indian government is after him, or is it because the Trump government has now is very soon going to be taking oath of office, in about 4 to 5 weeks from now or 6 weeks from now. And once they do take office, obviously they're going to send a diktat to the Canadian government saying that, hey guys, these are the wanted terrorists on, they could be on the FBI's most wanted, they could be on the local police's most wanted, or who knows where. And they're a threat to the national security of the United States because they live in Canada, which is just across the border, and they can come anytime to the United States because the borders are not secure and not 100% secure. And that's the reason, it could be because of the Trump administration coming into power very soon. So anything could be possible. So I can only speculate right now because we don't have the facts.
Absolutely. Vinay, thank you very much for coming and sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it highly and looking forward to seeing you again. Okay. Appreciate it. Friends, what do you think? Okay. Harsh Dhalla, Lawrence Bishnoi, Justin Trudeau. Okay. What do you think of this connection? Why he is being put in the jail? Is it after Trump effect or it is Lawrence Bishnoi effect? Do comment and let us know what is your thought on it, and looking forward to seeing you again in the next video. Till then, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Jai Sri Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.